Morning, everybody. It's Rental Robert here with the Hustle Nation. Hope you're having a very wonderful day. It's Saturday, and man, tell you what, dude, I slept in this morning. It felt so good. And then I had about 170 pounds of pit bull waking me up and everything like that between Blue and Tyson getting in the bed. So very blessed, Daddy. She will be having puppies here shortly, so we're expecting a family addition, and that's going to be way cool when that happens. So now I am going to my favorite place. I'll give you 2 guesses, and the second one doesn't count on where I'm going. The bank! And the reason for that is because we got a little bit cheese to deposit and make sure some things don't bounce and whatnot. So got to keep the hustle going and everything like that. So stay tuned. We got some great content coming up. Tell her about to deposit some money. This is a great book right here. Just finished it 2 days ago. You really owe it to yourself to read it. If you have any type of business side hustle information that you're trying to get out, this is a phenomenal book for you to be able to read or take the time to read it. It's highly suggested. Well, I thought it was going to be a Saturday of no type of work. However, had a dump trailer on location. They called and said, hey, it's full, ready for pickup. So I got it behind me, headed to the landfill right now. But one thing's for sure, full trailers can't make no money. So, who's got your money? That's what I'm figuring out, and I'm going to make sure that when I find that person, I will be able to have a dump trailer to be able to put on location. Granted, I got 3 others that are ready to go and everything. Did have one rented to John, but we're making things happen, and so it's all good. And good thing I enjoy what I do. Well, we are back at the house, just taking it easy. Got both these dogs rolling around the yard right here. Let's see, where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. There's the baby, and there's the other baby over there. So, and interestingly enough, a friend of mine from a long time ago moved back to Pensacola. We caught up about 10 years ago, and he's got a painting business, and so we went and looked at a house that he's possibly thinking about purchasing himself, might want to do a partnership, might want to flip it, might want to be a rental, something. And asked me to come by there and take a look at it, so I did. We crunched the numbers, figured out where we need to be at and everything like that. And, you know, one of the things that he said is, when I saw you and met you 10 years ago, you know, you talked about some things, but whatever it is that you have found, you've really taken hold of it and run with it. And I'm not sure what it is, but I can say this. Consistency and self-discipline are absolutely crucial to building anything, okay? The chance or possibility of hitting it big overnight is so very slim. And what I call that is, that's that lottery mentality, okay? And people think, or they dream, you know, or they'll tell you, well, I'm going to do this. And then you ask them, say, okay, well, what are you doing today to get closer to that? Well, you know, it's going to happen for me. Okay, well, what are you doing to make that happen? Well, you know, and you sit there and you ask them and everything, and they can't give you a straight answer. And I can tell you why that is because it's really not going to occur unless by some miracle somebody dies, leaves them a chunk of money or something like that. But here's the problem with getting money like that is that you don't learn the skill on how to take care of it. And what I mean is that you don't, how many musicians, rap stars, sports figures, you know, high money, high achievers that they hit that stuff overnight and then boom, it's all gone. You know, they down like full flats. I mean, they are up on blocks and going nowhere fast because they didn't learn the skill, the self-control, the discipline on hanging on to that money and starting to make it work for themselves. All right, so you'll notice we got Tyson, the security pit bull right there, but here's the thing is, we're just sitting here, we're making a little bit of progress, making a donation, adding to it, trying to accumulate something. So now we make a little progress. We get a little stack, but oh, whoops, what ends up happening is we go back and we take some from it. So we're not being real consistent. And so then the pile gets a little bit less and it gets smaller. And oh, a little bit of progress. Oh, no, got to take some away from it and everything. It's just not that much of a priority. So now we're actually going to start making some headway. We're going to start stacking some of it. We're going to leave it alone. We're going to add a little more to it. A little bit more gets added to it. Now Tyson's falling down on the job right here. Now, as you can see, we're starting to add more to it. And now we're going to start another pile because we're going to start making more investments come from that right there. And now we have a little bit more coming in because the money is working for us. So we have to make this occur. I did that analogy having to do with money because as long as you don't leave it alone once you get it, then you really never have a chance to acquire a stack of it to be able to do anything. But once the money started getting added to it, and then there was another pile that got developed as well, so that other investments can be starting to be made out of that and everything like that, then the stack started to grow. If you ain't putting it away and leaving it alone, it's never going to happen. That lottery mentality will kill people quicker than a lot of different things because everybody thinks that they have one more day to be able to get their stuff right. They have one more day not to make a decision. They have one more day to not make a commitment to get started. And here's the thing is that realistically, folks, be honest with you, there hasn't been a week in my life since I was about 17, 18 years old that I could not have put at least $5 into an account and leave that alone. Every week I could have at least put $5 away. $5 put away every week since I was 17, 18 years old, be a little bit over 10 grand without any interest whatsoever. Now imagine if I had started putting that into something that paid 4%, 5%, maybe even some type of mutual fund paid 6, 7, 8, 9%, something like that. You know, I'd have a chunk of change to be able to make some moves with and stuff like that, you know. And I say all of this to you because building wealth is just like weight loss, okay? And I'm here to tell you, there ain't no magic pill that suck all this out of my fat roll or anything like that. It ain't out there, okay? It all has to do with how much you take in versus how much goes out, all right? And here's the thing is that if you take in a certain amount of money, then you have to decrease your spending so that you have more money left over to do some investing. Otherwise, you need to bring more money in, okay? And so the thing is that you create a side hustle. You start a business, you do something. You crochet Afghans and sell them. You might, sew clothes on the side, be a seamstress. You know, you go spend a couple $100 on some lawn equipment. You start cutting some grass and everything like that. A buddy of mine told me the other day, he said, my kid started at 9 years old cutting grass. The kid is 13 years old and he's got $10,000 sitting in the bank. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. He said, no, I'm not. He said his goal is to have 50 grand by the time he graduates high school. And I'm thinking to myself, good Lord, that's going to be the next Rockefeller. You know, if he makes some smart moves and everything, he's already learned the discipline, okay? Because at 9 years old, do you know how much stuff is made every year to capture your attention as a child that you need to have, you know? I don't know what it is now, but, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninjas. Back in my day, it was, you know, like Cabbage Patch dolls for girls. You know, G.I. Joe, whatever it is. But that kid's saying no to all of that stuff, you know? He said no for 4 years. You know how many 4-year segments that a 9-year-old has in their life? Good Lord, he's probably at least got maybe 15 of them, you know, maybe even 20 of them if he's real lucky and everything. And so for just 5% of the time he has told himself no, you know, he's going to be a multimillionaire because of that, because of those skills. And folks, I'm here to tell you, it's not hard, you know, but you got to make it a priority. You got to put some money away and get it working for you. A savings account, cash is trash, okay? What? That goes against everything. Have yourself a foundation. Get you $10,000 to $15,000 saved up, 3 to 4, you know, 5, 6 months worth of bills in case something happens, and then take that money, sock it away. Don't touch it. Now you start putting some money, put it into a mutual fund, buy some stocks with it, save it, bank it, get you a rental property, you know, do it. Make that thing happen and everything like that. You know, I mean, let me ask you this. How nice would it be to have an extra $5,000 a month coming in from retirement? Could you do something with that? Could you have a little bit better Christmas with the grandkids? What about a little bit nicer vehicle? How about power wheelchair instead of a, you know, old manual crank on the wheel type of wheelchair and everything? Whatever it is, you know, life would be better with another $5,000. You got to admit, okay? You can help more people, give more to the church, you know, feed more homeless people, buy more presents for the grandkids, go on longer vacations, better cruises. You can upgrade, get balcony, promenade deck, whatever on the cruise ship. But things would be much better. It's not going to be that hard for you to do, but you got to learn, put it away, leave it away, and then put it to work.